Hello and welcome to FAX Chat, our new talk show on Halifax's YouTube channel, which is brought to you by Beanbag Sports, our social media and betting partner. This week I'm joined by Richard Marshall, our head coach. Good afternoon, Richard.
Afternoon.
We've been asking you all week to send your questions in for Richard, as many silly and daft ones or as many sensible ones about rugby as you can think of. So we'll start off with Dwayne. Thanks for your question, Dwayne, on Facebook. He wants to know, Richard, we have not used the dual red system so far this season. Has this affected the partnership between us and Hull KR? Also, we'll be looking for a new partnership for next season, either with another club or to stick with Hull KR.
We've probably just not felt we've needed to use the partnership. We have picked up a few injuries over the last few weeks, and players are informed, so we don't want to change the squad willy-nilly. That said, I think over the next couple of weeks, I think we will do. I think we'll use the partnership. I spoke to Chris last week. We are a bit thin on the ground in certain positions. There's probably going to be some movement this week on that. So fingers crossed, we'll get one of the top players from Hull KR this week on board, and possibly the foreseeable future as well. As towards next season, we've not decided yet. The partnership has been great. I get on with Chris Chester, speak to him once or twice a week, and we'll see. We'll take it from there. Whether we continue with Hull KR or depends probably where we are as well in the league.
Next question from Julie on Twitter. Thanks, Julie, again for your question. Would you like the opportunity of a full-time squad for next season, or do you believe a part-time squad can make an impact on the top four and even get promoted to the Super League?
Yeah, in an ideal world, I think we'd have an academy, a reserve grade, full-time team. A town that's buzzing and that's loving its coming watching the rugby league on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Friday evening. We're not quite there at the minute, so we've got to. What we can do is perform on game day at the moment. All being well, at some point we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a full-time team going. We need significant investment, not just from the club, from outside sponsorships and try and raise a profile of the team. But yeah, I think longer term that's something that we've got to be aiming for. I think we can make the top four with a part-time team. I think to stay in Super League with a part-time team is probably unrealistic. Every other team will be full-time, and there's several teams in our division that are full-time as well. So if I'm being honest, we probably wouldn't be part-time if we were in Super League. We'd have to be full-time.
Hopefully that answers that for you. Andrew on Facebook. If we go top four if we get the top four this season, will we be going full time for next season, and/or will more money be made available?
Simple answer: yes. Competition profile, and the higher you finish, you get rewarded financially. So yes, there would be a reward financially for that. Whether that's enough to accommodate a full-time team, we'd have to sit down and look at the figures. We will be negotiating with players over the next few weeks and months, and getting our team settled and sorted for next year. But yeah, it would depend on where we finish. We've got to have a plan A, which is we finish high up the league, we finish in a reasonable position, which gives us the finances to do so, and a plan B where we don't make the four and we retain our quality players and add to that as well.
Good stuff. James on Twitter just wants to say a big thank you to Richard. He's so glad that you're the coach of Halifax, and he hopes that you and the rest of the staff stay for many years to come. Question kind of leading on from that is, how have the fans been since you've come in? What kind of relationship do you think you've built with them? We were saying only on Saturday night about them singing their own chants about you at Featherstone. That must be nice.
Yeah, they had a few beers that night. I think I said that to you. It's been great. All the feedback we've had has been really positive. Even when we've been losing, the fans have been with us. Albeit we'd like some more to come through the turnstiles. I think that's important that we get the buzz around Halifax. I've got a lot of friends, contacts in and around the area. A lot of them have made contact with me over the last few weeks, wishing us luck, giving us information on players and sponsorship. And so I think everybody can see the effort and the hard work that the players are putting in off the field. We've got a great system in terms of with Sarah and her team who run the everything off the field, which has been fantastic. Really helped me out in terms of the contracts and dual registration and all the agreements that players need to go through. So yeah, we're low in numbers, but we're high in quality, and I think we'll add to that over the next few years as well.
Just leads nice on to the next question from Jamie, who says, how many more seasons are you planning on staying for, and is this seen as a long-term project for you?
Certainly is a long-term project. I've got another couple of years left, and I've really not got going yet. I just, I'm seeing improvement every week, and as a coach, that's pretty much all you can ask for. But there's a lot more to work on with the team. There's a couple of players I've got my eye on already for next year as well, and and try and build this club, and if we can get something beneath the first team, reserve grade 23s, whatever that will be, I think that's my short-term aim, is to do that. Longer term would be fantastic to get this club back where it belongs, and as I said earlier, it would take some investment financially and in terms of the playing and staffing structure. But that's my goal. I want to do my best here and try and get the good times back to Halifax.
Good stuff. A bit of a Jerky question now from Martin. Martin, I can tell you've been watching a lot of our Man and Richard's interviews on FAX TV. You've asked, what hair products do you use, Richard? Your hair never seems to be out of place. I don't know if that's me or Richard, but...
is that one of the players? Because they might not be playing this week. Well, when you get to my age, you're just grateful that you've got a little bit of hair to put some product in, I think. So, that's...
Long may it
I do my
continue.
best. Yeah, I do my best.
Good stuff. And Paul wants to know, Richard, what is your favourite joke? Favourite joke?
I overheard Steve Tyler and Andy Braycheck having a conversation the other day, and I think Andy's a bit of a bird fancier, a bird watcher, and he wanted to go and go and buy a budgie, so he went to the budgie shop, and he bought 2 budgies, and he got back to the house, and Steve Tyler said, what have you got there? He said, I've got 2 budgies. What have you called them, Andy? Well, I've called one 1 and the other one 2. Why have you called them that? Well, when one dies, I've still got 2.
Very good, very good. So Richard...
Well, to be fair, my 7-year-old son told me that one from school the other day, and I quite liked it.
So in relation to one of the earlier questions, if Richard, his long-term project doesn't work, he is available as a stand-up comedian. And finally from
Brilliant,
Mark.
yeah, come on, crack on.
Finally from Mark, who says, what is your favourite thing about Halifax? Other than the competition for stand-up comedians.
We've got one of our own, Mr. Emmett's fantastic. What do I like? Well, I tell you what, I liked pre-season. I like going up to Shibden Park and doing the hills. That was character building. I remember doing it as a player. Now I've had the opportunity to run, not with the players, watch the players run, sit, sweat, and do other things as well. And that was interesting. Lovely part of the world, Halifax. I enjoy my drive over here. A lot of thinking time, thinking about things. And when you come to the Shea, it's just been reseeded and returfed. This is going to be in fantastic condition with our next home game against London. So we're looking forward to that. I don't think there's a lot wrong with the place, to be honest. Probably a little bit close to Bradford and Huddersfield, maybe.
Brilliant answer. Brilliant. And that's all we've got time for anyway this week on FAX Chat. Thanks, Richard, for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. And we'll see you again next week. We'll have a different player or member of staff. The details will be announced this week, and make sure you send your questions in for them. Thank you for watching.